Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. In today's video, I want to show you just how easy it is to make compost tea using comfrey leaves. A comfrey plant is one of those plants that I think every gardener should have. It is a perennial plant. It comes back year after year. Normally my comfrey plant will die out in the wintertime and it will come back in the spring and it will have these beautiful blooms on it that really attracts the bees. Let's take a closer look at the comfrey leaves. Now the thing I like the most about the comfrey leaf is that they contain nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, as well as a lot of minerals like magnesium and calcium, and the plant draws up these nutrients from deep in the soil and they accumulate in the leaves. And guys, look at how thick and green the leaves are. They are always this way. Now let's get started and look at some of the supplies we're gonna need. Now I added gloves to the list because the hairy areas on the leaves can irritate your skin. Now we're going to move to step 2. So we're going to break our leaves from our comfrey plant. You can either break them by hand or you can use your pruning shears to cut them. And cutting them down to the crown is not going to hurt them at all. In about a week you will begin to see new growth emerge. So no worries. So now I'm going to continue to cut and harvest my leaves, and I'll come back and we'll get to step 3. So I'm almost done, but any of the brown leaves, dead leaves, dried leaves that you see I am removing from around the comfrey plant, you can add them as compost around your flowers or your plants, or you can add them to your compost pile. So the next step is to add these comfrey leaves to our container. Now I have a container here that is a bucket, and you can use, like I said, any kind of weatherproof container that's going to have a lid on there, because you want to add your comfrey leaves to your container, which is what I'm going to do now, and then we will move on to our final step. So now I'm just going to add water to my comfrey leaves in my bucket, and I'm just only going to fill it up to the level of the comfrey leaves and no more. And once I do that, I am going to put a lid on it and let it sit for a while. So let me fill it up with water. Ooh, I'm sorry, guys. There's a bunny rabbit that just came up on me. Oh my goodness, guys. So it's going to take 3 to 6 weeks for these leaves to break down into comfrey tea. And so you want to make sure you put a lid on it, because it's going to be really, really smelly, and your family will not like that smell. So that's why I said have a lid to go over your bucket. And I will be back in 2 weeks, and we'll take a look at our leaves and see how they're doing. Okay, everybody, it's been 2 weeks now. We're going to take the lid off, and as you can see, leaves have broken down quite a bit in the comfrey tea, but it's not broken down enough. It's going to take from 3 to 6 weeks for it to completely break down to a tea that we can use in the garden. If you look at it, you'll see that it's like a slurry paste. It's like sludge, but the water around the compost leaves is still a bit clear. So you want to make sure that the liquid is a dark green color, and the darker the color, the stronger it is, and the more you'll know that it's ready. When it does get ready, you only want the liquid, so make sure that you strain your tea. You want to make sure that when you use your compost tea that you're not going to use it full strength, because that can kill your plants. And trust me, I know, because I did it with my plants and it killed them. And I want to show you the compost leaves that I cut down, just show you just how quickly they grow back. Look at how they've grown back, and as if you notice it, the leaves are growing back not from the stems that I cut. So these are new leaves that are forming in the comfrey plant. So as I mentioned, don't be scared to cut it down, because it will grow back. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.